what if I was a zombie and I'm cruising up here and I come over and I tickle this pink strap? This is what it all comes down to. If this works, it works. If it doesn't, then it fucking doesn't. This could be everything. G'day guys, my name's Josh. You can call me JaWoodle, and welcome back to 7 Days to Die, and welcome back after a fairly long time, after a pretty lengthy hiatus. Welcome back to what I'm going to call JaWoodle Park. It's not the OG JaWoodle Park from the start of Alpha 19, because that was mysteriously lost in, I don't know, an update or something. I don't know. It's gone now. I don't have that world anymore. So I just got like a random brand new world. It's completely blank and bare, but it's somewhere for me to build a base that I actually wanted to build for a little while. I did actually have the intention to build this at the end of the Darkness Falls series. In fact, I even had all of the stuff actually to make it. But then I got distracted by all the other things that were happening in that game and promptly forgot. But I've come back now to build it, to test it, and see if it works, how it does in my head. What I want to build is like a trapdoor base. Now, I've tinkered with ideas like this before, but a trapdoor is a thing that works in real life. There's freaking spiders outside my back door that utilize trapdoors. So why can't I utilize them against the zombies? So that's kind of like the plan. I want to have a way to disengage the zombies. If it starts getting too much, I want to pull the pin, flip a lever, tickle some ivory somewhere, and drop zombies away and put myself back into safety. That's the dream, that's the plan. But to start that dream and plan, I need somewhere to build. This is reasonably flat, so I guess here we'll do. I'm just gonna build this out of regular ass boring concrete, not reinforced, not steel blocks either. Concrete's the most versatile and the easiest material to get, I suppose, in the 7 days. So, well, the easiest, like, decent material. You can get cobble and wood and stuff pretty bloody easily, but concrete's definitely the better choices of those. I am gonna build, so I'm gonna build up off the ground. You could build this, I mean, in my head, you can definitely build this on ground level. The only problem is, and the only reason that I build bases in an elevated position, like up on the top of pylons or something like that, is just because the zombies are always gonna track what the easiest way to get to you is. The point of least resistance is where they're going to attack, because zombies are super smart now with their super duper structural engineering degrees, and they can just find the crack in your wall and all hone in on there for some supernatural telepathical? Sure, telepathical reason. So instead, to kind of circumnavigate that, I'm just going to build up. So the only way that they can get to me is the way that I designed for. If I build this on the ground, they could come from 360 degrees. I build it up and build them a path to me. They will only try and path through there. Just kind of like taking half the workload, even more than that, like 3/4 of the workload of fighting the zombies completely out 4 seconds in, just because you're built a little bit smarter. So we're going to build up on the pylon. What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tall. I'm not going to go any taller, but I am going to dig a divot underneath. Kind of like some of the OG Killing Corridor stuff where they fall through a gap into a divot. I want to have the trapdoor drop them into a pit. Now, whether I use that to drop grenades into or just have it be some extra elevation to stop them piling up and breaking the pathing, I'm not sure. You could put this over a grenade pit. I might even do that for this one because that sounds like fun, dropping them out of a place where they're getting to me and just watching them all squirm as I throw TNT on their faces. So I might actually do that. From there, in fact, this is going to be my little bunker. This is where I'm going to sit. I'm going to build it out. That way looks nice. Let's build it out south. Let's go that way. I think what I'm going to do, I've got a 3x3 column here at the moment, but I'm going to build it a little bit wider. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So just like stick it out a little bit further on the sides. Just because I don't want to group up the zombies too much. Like having a big group of zombies, especially if you're dealing with like a later game horde or even just higher number zombie hordes, like 16 or 32 or 64 as well, I suppose, but 64 is a little bit game breaking, so probably don't go that high. It's a little bit more like melt your CPU levels rather than just melt all your ammo levels. There's not really the challenge there. It's more the challenge is just keeping your office or your room from burning down. So I'm gonna go like this, just make it a little bit wider like that. Nice. So that's still gonna be my fighting platform, but over here, this is where the trapdoor is going to be. This is where they're going to fall down. So I'm going to build up this side as well to match the other. What you do on this side of that doesn't matter. As long as you don't actively block off their pathing, as long as they still have a way to get through, because 7 Days to Die is now a tower defense game. You know how like in those shitty mobile games, if you blocked off the aliens or the balloons or the pigeons or the fuzzy whatever's path through all your traps and stuff, it's like, no, You can't do that. They have to have a way through. Same with this. You have to give them a way through or else they'll just destroy everything around them. So same deal. So just over here, we'll just build a bit of a trail for them, somewhere nice for them to come through so I can shoot them and slow them down or something. This part isn't important. I'm more focused on this big gap here. I am really starting to miss my my old Z tool, like the blue block tool. I can still put in blue blocks like this, but I can no longer press my K button to clear that terrain. I know there's mods that will like re-enable it again, but I miss it being part of the vanilla game. It was super useful just to go through and clear a bit of terrain to have somewhere flat to build on. I mean, only in creative or debug mode, I know, but now it's like locked behind the POI editor, and it's like, man, that was so useful. Why did you have to go and take something useful and take it away from it for no real reason? It could still be here. It could be in both. You don't have to pick and choose. It would have been fine just leaving it as I was, but oh well, I guess just fuck me too. Anyway, I'm gonna build a nice set of stairs out here. Gonna put some extras through here. Just make this nice and solid because there's no reason not to, I suppose. All along like that. I'm gonna build like a regular pyramid stair out here. Now, the nice thing about having a nice wide platform like this for the zombies to come through is it opens up so many different possibilities for what traps or like whatever you want to put to keep the zombies at bay. If you want to put in, I don't know, barbed wire, go for it. Blade traps, go for it. Put in hurdles, absolutely. It's all gonna work. Although, well, maybe blade traps would. Let's go blade traps. I don't really use them very much because they break way too quickly. You go like that, you go like that. You don't really have much room for anything else, but that'd, you know, carve up some machines just as it is. It's probably a better way to do that, actually. Hang on, let me have a look at this properly. Because they're 3 wide and the platform is only 5 wide, there is this gap right down the guts here that the blades aren't hitting at all. I could put in a wall or something to keep them at bay, but that's fine. That's fine. I'll get rid of it. I'll figure out what the correct way to use blade traps is eventually, because apparently I just do it wrong all the time. Supposedly people get them to work really well and take very minimal damage over a horde night. Whenever I use them, they die in about the first 5 minutes and are a complete waste of time, resources, and block placement areas, so I just never bloody use them. But with that like that, I'll finish just filling up this. This archway can stay there because aesthetics and I like archways. Then I can start building, I suppose I'll build the bunker over here first. I want to build like the actual like the trapdoor last. I want everything, like all the infrastructure to be up and running before I start tinkering with the semantics of what I'm actually going for. Nothing too crazy on the front here, just a couple of poles to keep the zombies at bay. We'll just go like that. We know that works. We know if you use that. Oh shit, if I actually land on the platform, probably a better idea to keep yourself in the right place. We know this works. We've done it before. It's a decent amount of viewing angle and keeps everything else at bay. I also do like having the extra little pole back here. In my mind, that stops dogs from getting through. I have no evidence to back that up, so I'm just going to tell you that with no credentials, but I feel like in my gut that that's probably true. And on the sides, we'll just put some walls in as well. This doesn't have to be too much. Like normally when I build bases like this, I'm like, hey, do whatever you want to do. You want to build your whole house on the other side of this thing, then bloody go for it, because usually it's relatively safe to do. So like, yeah, own personal preference for what bunker you want to put on this side. I'm just going to go and make something relatively basic, just like that. A nice little capstone over here to keep the vultures at bay. Nice, good. Okay, so with that there, those of you who are eagle-eyed, or rather just not completely blind like me, and actually see things that are on the screen, which I have a horrible track record of doing, you've probably noticed that I do have powered garage doors on me. These things. Boom, just like that. They need power, but they go up and down and move all about. These things are like the golden gods of 7 Days to Die base building for me. They're the only blocks that have movable, walkable areas. You turn these things on, they go up and they go across and act as a path that could be taken away again. I have used these before for similar methods. I use something like this actually in the Eclipse series to like cover up my grenade box so I didn't fall in it too. So these things are absolutely freaking wondrous in all the possibilities they give for us. And I'm gonna go, oh, someone's mad about it. Go away, please. I'm gonna go and just stick you in here. Now, knowing which way this is gonna open, I always get it wrong as it is. I can't even tell you right now which way is the right way. One of these is slightly closer than the other one. That one there is slightly farther away on the block. So I think that opens to the left that way. So if I go that way and completely bin it, because I didn't put any structural support in there, Josh, I want to build that first. Alright, let's forget that happened and try again. To put in the supports for the drawbridges, I actually had to go a little bit wider than what I was going to already, so I was going to fill out the rest of this bunker and make it a 7 wide bunker instead of a 5, all the way up to the top like that. We can just knock out all of those blocks there. I'll refill those in a second. You can go as well, actually. You're already supported by this anyway, and refill that side. This is what happens when you just wing stuff, you know? I hadn't gone out and measured things beforehand. I was like, we'll just figure it out as we go, which means I make stupid mistakes, so, don't do what I do. You know what? I actually like that a little bit better. It looks a little bit like Ned Kelly staring down at me, but that's alright. Let's go here and stick you on top of the middle block of those poles. I think that way, maybe. Now, even though it doesn't actually physically match to it, through the wonders of 7 Days to Die, it doesn't have to be physically touching as long as the block that my door takes up is directly adjacent to a block that another thing takes up. In fact, that's why half of the cheese bases work, because physics doesn't actually apply in 7 Days to Die. So I need, that's a terrible battery. Give me a slightly better one. That'll do. Let's just go like a couple of those. A battery pack. I need a wire tool. Grab you. Nice. I was going to put my battery pack, I don't know, there. That'll do. That'll do nicely. In goes that. And I want to really quickly wire this up and see which way it's going to go. It went the wrong bloody way. It went the wrong bloody way. Now, you can actually pick these things up if you put them inside your land claim block. You hold E on them and you will pick them up again. But for me, I'm just going to break it because God mode is the best. There we go. That is the right way. So remember before I was saying about how there's like a closer side and a further side on the garage doors? I'll see if I can show you on this side. So if I aim down the middle here, if you look at like the top underneath where it says day 1, if it's this orientation, it's slightly closer. I can see less of that concrete block at the top there than that way. That's slightly further away. And the further away one goes away from me. So I'll quickly grab the pair out of you, stick it onto that one. Nice. So that is actually the maximum distance you can get out of the garage doors. You can see there's this like half dick of a gap here. That's fine. You won't fall through it, but a bicycle tire will squeeze through. So that is as far apart as you can go. 7 blocks is your maximum distance. But the bonus with that is if I then decide, so you can kind of see how it's going to work now. If I then decide to get rid of the power on that one, or just like break it with the right gun, they really quickly go back away. So I can get that, all the zombies on top of there, flick a switch, they'll drop through, and they'll have no choice in it. They have to go, because there'll be like no ground underneath them. They'll go full Wile E. Coyote spec and fall to their death with a mip from Roadrunner. I mean, obviously we're not going to break the battery pack every time we want to do it, so for the moment, I'm just going to put in you to there and run everything off this switch. That one goes to this one, please, thank you. And on the other side, so flick that, they come in the middle. So I'm going to show you how fast those doors go away as well. They're reasonably slow to close, which is the right way. You'd want it to be that way rather than fast close, slow open. So if there was, in fact, let's go like this. Let's go, in fact, let's go back to the age-old days. Arlene, where are ya? I still don't like you very much, but you might be able to help me out just for 2 seconds. Spawn a bunch of Arlenes down there. The cowboys, I doubt, are far away. Get their attention. So they should charge up here and try and eat me somewhere. Nope, they're completely ignoring me. All right, never mind. Just like the Arlenes of old, they did flat out ignore me. So, you know, good to see some things haven't changed with Arls. But I actually realized that I've done something really silly here. As it stands at the moment, even though there is a solid block for you to get across here, the zombies don't see that as a path. This is not a viable option for the zombies. I'll see if I can show you like this. Let's get one Arlene, get her attention. So even though she can clearly walk across this, she doesn't think she can. So she's going to try and break that because she's got no other option. Stop that, please. So like, this could be, and we could use this as another zombie force field. The arrow slots are much cheaper and much easier and haven't been patched. So the arrow slot zombie force field is still the way to go if you want that. So I need to build a way for them to actually path across this, which means we're going to have to go back to some age-old JaWoodle spec. Let's go wedge tip. Let's grab the concrete ones to keep it all nice and uniform, which should be in here somewhere. The one reason I hate building with concrete in creative is because there's so much. If I type in concrete in here, concrete like that, I have all this garbage stacked in here, as opposed to like the good old days of stainless steel where I have each individual shape listed in front of me. But whatever, concrete wedge. Where are ya? Where's the only one that I need? That one there. It's reinforced concrete. No, I need the other one. Damn it, where is it? So with these wedge tips, we're going to use the same method that we discovered 5 minutes into Alpha 19 that still completely breaks the zombie AI. Going to stick them down with their fat side pointing up. right about there. That's kind of still in line with their most outer path. You can see it sticking through here. That's okay. I'll put some half blocks over the top to stop them finding their ground on that one. And I'll just build that all the way across. I'll build the same thing on this side all the way across like that. Cool bloody bananas. So now the zombies are going to ignore, even though it's a walkable surface and does actually physically collide with zombie feet. Now that that's there, they will think that they can walk along here, or more specifically along that bit, but they'll get pushed out to here. So they will be able to funnel through here nice and easily. I'll grab my, if I spell it right, my concrete half block. Yep, there we go. Concrete half block, grab you. Wire tool, get out of the way, please. And copy that rotation so it sticks up like that and block off their pathing all the way along. Yes, good. Like working like, it's a nice simple principle that we know works from other bases. So this is all pretty much guaranteed results. It's just applying different ideas, different mechanisms into one and seeing how it comes out the other side. I suppose I should actually kind of explain why that works. I don't think I've ever gone into depth of why this actually works in the zombie AI pathfinding sense. So, back in, let me take you on a story. Let me tell you a tale as old as time, or really as old as Alpha 17. So, in Alpha 18 actually specifically, the wedge tips were the zombie breaker. They would stand on them, but they couldn't walk on them. That's how you got zombie-proof walls, that's how you got easy killing corridors, all that stuff. So, to rectify that, all the fun pimpers did is go, right, wedge tip blocks, zombies can path, yes, zombies can walk, yes. So the zombies now will see that as a viable option. The problem with that is that was just like a catch-all solution. So now, even though this is upside down and isn't a viable pathway for them, the coding in the zombies' brains says that is a path that they can grip to. So they will try and run across that. And if these half blocks weren't there, they absolutely would. They would run across the top like they're tightrope walking and get across easy peasy. So all I'm doing is I'm just blocking the way that the zombies can actually physically make contact with that block. Because underneath here, that entire block there, in fact, I'll see if I get my paintbrush out and paint. Let's go here, let's go red. So that whole red block there, in the zombies' mind, is a block I can walk on all the way along to that side. So this whole area here, this whole red space, is a solid block to them. Of course, they can't physically touch it because there's a half wall on top of it, pushing them out and stopping them making contact with the lip on the top. So they will happily run over here and cruise along there and fall to their death. I've done it a million times before. I'll quickly show you how that works in practice. Let's go here, get another Arlene to look at me. G'day. Don't get caught on there, please. And down she goes. That just make like a little wedge tip onto the side to push her out cleaner, but she'll happily continue on that path forever and keep on running around and falling down because she can't physically make contact with the path that she needs. Arlene is still coming. Haven't forgotten memory just yet, have you, sweetheart? There you go. She'll come up again. One more. Good on you. Look at you following basic instructions. And down she goes. It's just that simple, just that easy. So that's how they're gonna think the path goes, and I'm gonna use the doors to make it so I can bonk them in the noggin until I'm ready to send them down the chute. I actually really like this aesthetic, so I'm gonna paint the rest of this to be red to match it because I like paint jobs on things. There we go, all the way around like that. This has definitely turned into more like a science lessons with JaWoodle as opposed to just running around like a Muppet of the Apocalypse. I'm trying to do better at explaining the thought process behind these things, because for you to build these things in your games, you need to actually understand the principles of it, not just copy what I do. Half the tweets I get about killing corridors not working is people who try to copy what I built instead of understanding what I built, and then, you know, you run into trouble down the track. I'm gonna build these walls a little bit further out just to try and protect that little pillar there. I could build that tall, in fact I probably will still, but I just don't want them to have, don't want any other variables to come into what I'm building here. I want it to be nice and reliable and predictable. I want that actually, there we go. Every single time you run it, regardless if it's demo or Arlene or a dog or whatever. Whoever has feet and is coming down this place, I want them to react the same way every bloody time. Have I want to be able to replicate the results. Whatever like the adverb of that is, I can't brain today. That's fine. So those little wedge tip fins there will make sure Arlene doesn't get like stuck on that little nook there and does get pushed out into the center of it. And that's, I think as a basic principle, I think that will work just as is. So I might even quickly, I'll duck into here. I will spawn, actually let's quickly go up and spawn like just a whole bunch of them, sure, whatever, that many, that'll do. Let's just sit in here, fire the gun a couple times and see if I can get their attention over here. Sounds like they're pretty mad about it. Come on, Arlene, come all the way over. So, let's go like that, and let's give ourselves a club. Any club will do, because they're gonna come over and start beating on these poles pretty bloody quickly. Yep, she grinds her face along there, that's fine. So I can sit here and just kind of wail on them as long as I want to. Oh, jeez, please don't climb through the bars. I did not invite you in. When it gets too much, open the door, they all fall down. Close the door again, the path is back to ready to go again. And it's working. It's bloody working. Easy as that. I love that works so well. Seeing a mass of zombies just have the legs taken out from underneath them like a cowboy's come over and swept them off their feet. Oh, it's a satisfying feeling. It's the first time Arlene has satisfied me for a good hot while. That's perfect. Okay, all of you guys need to die. Thank you for running the gauntlet for me. I need to make some alterations and some upgrades, but it's like a basic principle. Oh, it's working already. I have an idea, and it's not something I've done before, and I actually kind of like the idea of automatic bases, like things that take the Muppet, because I am a Muppet, right? I make bad decisions all the time, so if I can build something that will remove me from the equation, I'm gonna be a damn side better off. If I can just remove my bad decision making from fighting zombie hordes, everything will go peachy keen all the bloody time. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna have this trigger. You saw before with that big pile of Arlenes that they kind of stack on top of each other. I've talked about this before, but they stack on top and they get up and over the walls. Full World War Z spec or World War Z spec. Although no, that's actually the title of the book. It's Z in the title as opposed to the letter Z. So it's like, yeah, a name as opposed to a letter. So I can call it Z and still be correct in the English language for where I live. Anyway, enough about linguistics. I'm gonna build this wall a little bit higher, and I'm gonna put, how's this gonna work? I'm gonna put a tripwire up the top up here. I'm still gonna use the switch inside. I'll do some double wiring to try and get it to work, so I can still override, I can still flip a switch and drop the zombies when I decide to, but as like an emergency situation, I'm gonna go just go a little bit higher actually and put some tripwires up here. So if they start stacking up like that, let's go you there and you there. I will wire that up from this side, I guess, you to you. So if they start stacking and smearing up this wall, as soon as one of the Arlings touch, or the zombies in general, touch that wire, I want that to open the doors. All I need a wire relay. I'll grab you. I'll stick you kind of this down here somewhere. I mean, ideally, I'd have all my wiring kind of hidden away underneath, but I might even do that. Let's go here and just go like bonk, bonk, and make a cheeky-deeky little cavity just down here so I can put all my wiring out of the way so it looks a little bit nicer. I can go... No, I couldn't go one further. I take it back, put you back into there. Nice. So if I put just like a little sneaky thing like that... that should hopefully work. So I want to go, I hope I get this right, wire from you to you, wire from that one to, where are you, there, and wire from that to both the doors. Now the problem here is like often double censoring doesn't work out particularly great. It works well on motion sensors, but I'd rather have the tripwire than the switch. I'll lose that if I have to. But let's just test it with my own body and see if it works. Come over here, tick all the bars. Oh, it's going the opposite way to what I want it to. Oh, I don't have to reverse the power. I hate reversing power. This is one of those moments when I realize that my dumb idea has just added like an hour's worth of work and a lot of hardship to my life. All because I want to make an automatic zombie hatch door. Oh man, this is going to be annoying. To be honest, I'm thinking back to all the times that I have reversed electricity. I did it back in like Alpha 18 for like the underground base, the automatic entry and stuff like that. I've heard rumors in Alpha 20 they're going to bring in like a reversible switch, so like you can say that I want this to turn on when the, turn off when the motion sensor sees something as opposed to only being able to turn things on. And I hope that does actually become the case, because that would be super handy for so many different applications. Because at the moment it's a matter of like balancing powers and things, and to be honest, I don't think it's worthwhile for this. It'd take up too much space, it's too tedious to be reliable, and the last thing you want is to rely on a system like that and then it not work because a battery somewhere went flat, which is the problem with the old battery reversal method. So I'm gonna just go like nah, and just put the Muppet back in the system. I'm going to rely on me to say things have got too out of hand, things are too wacky, I am going to pull the trigger. What I can do is try and alleviate the stupidity of myself and have some sort of alert system. So I still will have a tripwire up there, but it will be something that will just give me an alert inside my bunker to say, oi, dickhead, flip the switch and drop the zombies out of your way, or else you're gonna die, you great galah. So that'll hopefully kind of reduce the chance of me stuffing this up, but, well, we won't know until shit hits the fan, eh? Wait. I know I've been flipping and flopping back and forth, but it's unusual for me. This is an unusual feeling. I'm not comfortable with this because apparently I just had an idea. It's like a headache with pictures. Basically, the motion sensors in 7 Days to Die have unique properties. They're different to switches and pressure plates and stuff, as we know from a bunch of different times we've used them. It's the only way they've ever really successfully got, you can tell I'm excited by how I'm talking quickly, I've successfully got dual sensors to work. I did it in Darkness Falls, I did it on the Hall of Legends back in Alpha 18. I've done it a lot of times. It's reliable and I know that. So I reckon I can make this work. I reckon I can make this bloody work too. Alright, I need motion sensors. Give me you. You can piss off. I need my tripwire. Oh, it's tingling. It's tingling. There's things in my bowels that are feeling very lovely right now. You go there. You go there. And I want you guys to be wired up. That one to this one. Now, here's where the magic happens. In fact, let's just get rid of you for the moment. I want a motion sensor just in here as like my master switch kind of thing. If I'm in the bunker, I want the doors closed. So I still want to switch though somewhere just to be, you know, I've still got it in my hotbar actually, just to be kind of like the easy way to shut it down and not waste all my power. Right, you go to that one. You go to this one. You go on. So when it's looking at me, it's on. It's lovely, dovely. So as it stands now, I could have it running just like you. So that was the wrong way to do it, actually. Sorry, need to rewire you real quick so you're running with your friend. That one to that one. So I could have this running just as is from that one to there. So when the camera sees me, the doors will close, right? Makes sense? There you go, just like that. But the camera has passed through. I don't know why. I don't know why it's the only one that seems to work like that, but I know that it does. So if I go from you, this is the moment of truth. I go from you to that one, say out of the camera gaze, so I can test it when it's all wired up and hunky-dory, to that one. So yes. So when the camera sees me, doors close. I'm gonna set you to be always on. Camera sees, it stays on forever. I can now piss off, doors will stay closed, right? But what if I was a zombie and I'm cruising up here and I come over and I tickle this pink strap? This is what it all comes down to. If this works, it works. If it doesn't, then it fucking doesn't. This could be everything. Oh, it fucking works too! It absolutely fucking works too! And more importantly, it's an instantaneous drop in current. It opens, drops the zombies, and closes immediately. It fucking works too. Lads! Oh, it works! Okay. Try and gather yourself and just pretend like you're not sweating profusely from excitement. Oh, me days! Alright. I'm so fucking keen now. So I now have a way to automatically drop the zombies as soon as I get too tall. As soon as there's too many zombies that they stack up to whatever height I fucking decide, I can put this right at the base level, and as soon as the zombie hits the poles, it'll drop him immediately. Oh my... Fuck me dead and just rub me titties raw. Fuck yes. Okay. I just need to now... We're basically done. As like a system, I'll go over this again just to make sure everyone knows. So battery power, the switch here is redundant. It's just there so I can shut it down later to save battery power. That's just there for efficiency's sake. So it's going from the battery to the switch is on, to the motion sensor. Again, that is set to see me and set to always on. Easy as that. From that, it runs to one side of the tripwire, runs across to the other side of the tripwire, and that is connected to both the doors. I have it connected to a relay for ease of wiring sake, so I know that both doors are always connected to that, so I can mess around with other wiring should I need to, but you could connect that tripwire to both doors and it would still work. So the only reason this works is because when you flip that wire, sorry, there we go, turn you on, make sure you're on and running, yes you're good. When you flip that wire, for a moment, the game, wait, why aren't you working now? Did I break something? Excuse me, you're supposed to be working. There we go. So for a moment, when that tripwire is flipped, the game says there's another input, we need to run that input, and the tripwires are set to only work when they're triggered. So for the moment that there's something in that tripwire, the doors open. As soon as they're unpowered, it reverts back to the motion sensor, which is constantly running, and closes the doors again. It feels good. I've missed JaWoodle Park. I've missed problem solving engineering. Fuck, it tingles me in all the right ways. I want this to look nice for all of my zombie guests. Like, just because, you know, I'm sending them to their desks and ridiculing them the entire way doesn't mean I can have my base looking like trash. Gotta put in some nice steps out the front here to make their transgress even easier. All the way along like that. I will go for like pyramid stairs at the bottom so they don't get caught on the sides. Just go to them. Then all that's really left for me to do, in fact, no, let's go one more out there, that one there, and I freaking hate these stupid little twiggy bushes. All the other shrubs can be built over with no worries, no whackers knackers, but as soon as those things show up, everything gets bloody broken. That was the wrong placement for that one. Get rid of you, and I just need stairs. I need my angled concrete stairs. That'll do me nicely. You just go like that. The tried and true pyramid stairs that stop zombies getting trashed. Oh, man. Oh, man. I don't even need anything else. I could run this now as just like a flat out cheese base and never blink an eye. But I might even do that. Just for shits and giggles, I might completely break the game and just run a bunch of hordes through here, because as soon as I touch that wire at the top, they're all going to fall through anyway. I don't even need to fight the zombies anymore. We're fine. So as it stands, as this is right now, this will work as, I mean, it's a little bit risky, but it would work as a base just like this. The only problem I see here is these poles. These poles are critical to hold up those doors above. These poles break, the door comes crashing down. So we don't want that to happen, but you could just run zombies through this all day and no real worries at all. But what I'm gonna do, just because I'm a sadistic asshole and I like zombies to know they're about to die before I blow them limb from limb. So it's gonna make a cheeky deeky little divot down the bottom here. In fact, this probably would be a bad idea to do as it is anyway. Even just a one block drop like that is going to mean that they can get underneath these poles over here, just like that, up and out the other side, and they won't stop and break on the important parts like that. That's going to be a good idea regardless. You can also see that I've extended my concrete down further than the surface of the sand, because sand can barely hold a snot rag, let alone actually bases and things like that. But I'm going to go one step further. I'm going to continue this down a little bit further and just build myself a grenade trap, somewhere to trap all the zombies down here nice and securely, so when I decide to, when I'm ready to, I can lob a grenade or something down here and blow them all to smithereens, and they can watch me do it. There is actually a bit of an inherent risk with digging a thing like this, like having something like this that traps the zombies in, because zombies have what's called a destroy everything mode. That's one too high. Actually, we'll go to that one there. So if you trap them and they can't find a way to, like I didn't have the red wedges up there, they would just start breaking whatever they can get their hands on. So if you put them in a divot and then stop them getting out, you're just going to have a bunch of angry zombies on your hands who are going to be breaking all the walls to their cage until they finally get free. So you run the risk of them undermining your base by doing that. And it's because of that reason I usually steer away from doing something like this. I'll do it now just for kind of testing purposes to show you what could be done by building something like this. But me personally, I absolutely prefer just having them running on a constant loop so that I can kill them whenever I so decide to. There's no time pressure, there's no risk involved to it. The more risk averse you are, the safer that you're going to be. So yeah, I normally have them running on infinite loops to shoot them when I so well desire, which I might end up reverting this base back to after I'm done. But I just want to build a little bucket of death down here just to see how it goes, because there's something so satisfying to me in the back of my primeval mind that's like, you know what, imagine taking all your enemies, fucking with them, dropping into a bucket, laughing at them while they die. Like, if I could put lava in this game, if I could put lava the bottom of this bucket and just like go full Minecraft spec and have like an insta-killer? Absolutely. Abso-bloody-lutely would I do that. I wish I could have lava in this game. That would be absolutely fantastic. It might be a little bit high. I'll run a test run and see how we go. That might be a little bit too high because we have one zombie here, next zombie there. So the third zombie up is what's going to trigger it, or like a cop on top of a regular zombie. So maybe I'll add a mix of those going around, but that's going to be good. That's going to be a really bloody good time. Yeah, I'm excited for that. I did sneakily go and back out and come back into the game. I set the hordes to every night, and I also set the max zombies to 64 just to make sure we get a good size horde. Plus I gave myself a bunch of experience. I'm now level 79, just so we have some zombies to play with when horde night does show up. But now that I've, what have I done? I broke everything. Sorry, I popped my camera out of my face there for a second. But what I want to do, I actually want to lower this down just that little bit. It's just a little bit too high. I'd rather have a guarantee of it dropping rather than having zombies stacking on top and tunneling through the wall up here. I'd rather make sure it is going to work as I want it to every bloody time. You can see that's now open because I've broken the chain. I need some tripwires back. Thank you. I also need my wire saw back. Thank you. And then all the stuff after that is to put like a little slope at the top of this here. So if they do stack up and start to jump, they don't get on top of my roof, which is kind of like a, just like foolproofing it. I am a fool and it needs to be proof from me. So that seems like a pretty good cricket for me. Grab that one while you back down here. See what I mean by having that little post there? Just makes everything so much easier. You go to that one. Yep, it's got the power and bonk. It opens up when I need it to. Oh, we're gonna have a good time with this. We're gonna have a bloody good time with this. It's gonna look a bit yuck, but I kind of have to do it. There's not really a great option to try and get this this half block wall to mate up nicely to the full block, which is a shame. Like, I wish there were more block options, and there are in the creative menu, but I'm trying to build this with blocks you can use in regular survival, not just rely on creative stuff. How's that going to fit actually? What might fit like that? Let's have a cheeky little look. Nah, it won't. Okay, so instead, we're just going to stick a bunch of ramps up the top here. So if they do get lucky enough to make it to the top and not get pushed out, this will mean that when they jump the next time, they'll go up, bonk their heads, and get thrown backwards back out into the normal population of zombies. So just like, I mean, that's a necessity on any of your bases. Zombies always stack and always jump, so always have a ramp up the top there to protect yourself. But I think, yeah, you do work, don't ya? I'm just gonna put a bit of a wall on the back here to stop any untoward cops vomiting all over my face, because you block their sight lines, you block their vomit. They won't vomit at you unless they can see their avenue of attack. Just go like that all the way along. I know there's no door. Punch a hole and put a door in it. That's fine. Just for testing purposes, this is gonna work all perfectly. Let's just sit here. Let's go into Horde Nights. Somewhere there. You know what? I'll just sit here and wait for it. I might even move. I'll move my battery pack inside. I don't want that breaking either. That's pretty bloody important. I think we're all pretty much good to go. I've moved my battery bank down into the conduit down below, which is nice and safe now. Then I got rid of half the conduit because I remembered, as the thunder claps outside, that this is the grenade version. In fact, I do need some grenades. I'll just grab a stack of you. Thank you very much. So I do need the way to throw grenades down into the box I built from down below. Otherwise, they're just trapped forever and they'll eventually break out or break the entire base. So everything's looking pretty good to go so far. I can hear the tippy tappies of their feet like the bloody Hendo lifting a trophy. There's a doggo. Nice. So, I mean, look, I can't say with empirical proof that this, pole here stops a doggo getting through, but, I mean, subjective evidence suggests that it might be. There's a pigeon upstairs I haven't done anything about, but that's okay. That's not what I'm here for. I'm here for the regular Zombirini. So if they could bloody hurry up and get here, that would be lovely. Here we go. Here comes a big crowd. Up he goes. Up he goes, and down they all fall. That is bloody lovely. Okay, stop killing them, please, Josh. I might want to quickly kill the pelicans upstairs. Just get rid of you and get rid of you so that I can continue to test my theory. She's up. Tickle the bars. Come on. Touch the tripwire for me, please, love. There you go. Right, so they're all down there. Now, I can super easily throw some grenades down like that. You want to go down too? Well, you're welcome to join them if you so desire. Down like that. Pull the pin on one and follow suit. That's so good. That's so good. I can just have my way with all the corpses down below. Refill it with new murder victims. Oh, it's good. Oh, it's good. I love it. They're going nice and quickly. There's another big group of them here. I mean, I could be sitting here beating them away with my club if I wanted to. Oh, he got trapped like it was an elevator door and get smart. Sorry about your schnoz there. Oh, she's getting real lippy. That's fine. You guys want to keep going? I'm having to let an entire bucket full of zombies get caught up. There's still some pelicans outside. That's less of a problem though. I mean, if you guys are the only ones left, here, look, I'll help you. I'll help you. There you go. You can all just fall down, join all your compatriots down below in the zombie revolution, and I'll just start filling it up like it's a ball pit. But there's no shiny red ball down there that's going to win you a Turbo Man doll. Anyone else joining? No? That's it? All right, that's fine. Here you go. Take all that. In fact, let's send him to the moon. Send him to the moon! That's so good. It works so well. I just want to cover up the grenade hole. Like, it works fine. It works spectacularly. If you were spec'd into explosives, like, easy bloody peasy. You're gonna have chicken dinners, everybody know. But this is what I'm talking about. You can see they're starting to do damage. Because they're caged up and they can't get out, they'll start to break stuff. So that's a liability that I personally don't like. I don't like the fact that I have to kill them in a timely manner and not just like, you know, I'm being dictated to, and that's not what I'm about. So instead, I'm actually going to get you. I'm also going to get some inside corner stairs from somewhere. Where are they? Where are they? It's so many different options. I wish, like, I know they're bringing in different envelopes for Alpha 20, but I wish there was, like, different envelopes for different types. You could choose the material. Only for creative, I know, but it would make building these things a whole lot easier. Where the hell is the bloody thing? Remember I was saying at the start how I don't see things on my screen? This is a perfect example. I'm sure I've looked over it like 100 times so far. Whatever, I can't find it, so I'm just going to say that it doesn't exist to try and save face as much as I can. I'm just going to go through, move that out a little bit, and put some stairs there. Always make it easy for the zombies to do what you want them to do. Don't make them have to push against any obstruction, because that's how you get shit to break. No, that's the wrong bloody way, Josh. Put you like that. And like that, and put this inside corner, just like that. So, I mean, it still works as a ramp. They'll still be able to get up and out of that without too much trouble. Fill up that sand with concrete. Do the same on the other side. Just so when they do fall down here, they'll go underneath the poles, up and out, and back up again. So I won't have to do anything. I can leave them there running forever, and they'll fall down. I mean, they might break through the poles eventually, if I'm not really paying attention, but they'll just keep running the loop. They fall down, go back to the start, and I keep myself nice and safe. I don't need the grenade chute anymore, so I've blocked that up. All right, we're all ready and good to go. Right, actually in time, because the horde is about to start. I'll quickly duck into here then. Turn you on so the doors do go across. Nice. All right, we are now ready to go. I will sit here. I do have a nail gun to do some sneaky repairs, because like the only weak point now, there is still a risk involved here. You know, they can still break through the poles. But, like, you know, we've wired it as such that we've just outsmarted the zombies. There's no cheese here. This is legitimate. It exists in the physical world, so it all makes sense in the zombie world. I just wish there wasn't so many bloody dogs. Dogs are pretty much worthless to me. Come on, keep on coming up. They're all trailing up here nice and easily. Here's where we're getting his hop on. Doggo, please stop. Come on, someone get up. Someone get up. Someone get excited. Someone's like clambering over all your friends. Bozza, is it you? Come on, someone, surely. Surely someone's gonna get up. There you go, Nance is up. Want to tickle that for me, Nance? There you go. There you go. Don't even have to do anything. They're not gonna fall down, run back to the start, and do it all over again. Come on, who wants to go this time? She's up. Oh, two of them are up. Someone find it. And there we go. Just taking the piss. Just taking the absolute utter piss. I don't need to be here. I want to go have a coffee or a book or some fucking apples if I feel like, because I'm just taking the fucking piss all over the zombie AI. You guys are having fun. I'm out of here. I'm out. Have fun. Enjoy your fucking loop of death, you zombie bitches. I destroyed your stupid fucking AI. I mean, I couldn't actually leave, right? I have to sit here and watch it, like, cycle around in action. It's just so satisfying to me. It just works. It's not cheesy. It's fine. It's like, this could be like a legitimate thing. You trap all the thing, you drop the floor underneath them, and they fall down. And then, if it gets a little bit too hectic, you can just do it yourself. You don't have to rely on them to do shit, because zombies are unreliable. Quickly just repair you, because you are taking a little speck of damage. Easy. And I can just sit here all day. I mean, if I don't keep like, disappearing from in front of me, and I can just have my way with all the zombies. This has worked so well. God, I've missed building bases. It's so good when it comes off. Oh, this is amazing. I'm so confident with that now. I'm actually going to pop myself out of my body. I'm not really wearing much, but that's okay. And just kind of watch it all happen in action. There you go. He's up. Touch it. Touch it. There you go. Down they go. And they should, yep, just kind of disperse and head back to where they came from, back to the stairs. So there you go. That is the trapdoor base. I was like, I don't have a name for it. I wasn't expecting it to work so well. It's completely automated. It's completely automatic. Zombies go up. They find the wire. Could even like maybe lower the wire a little bit to make it a little bit more instantaneous. As soon as they go up, then they go down kind of thing. But that's really bloody easy. That's worked so bloody well. But I'll have to leave this episode here as we just watch them continue their little run around. Ring a zombie Rosie. Oh, it's a good time. I have to leave this build here and come back and probably build some more bases or play some more 7 Days to Die or take the piss all over the face of the zombie AI in another episode because this episode is done. So thank you guys for watching. Most of all, thank you to the patrons of Patreon who made this episode possible. If you liked, make sure you hit the like button down below and subscribe to this channel. Follow me on Twitter. If I don't talk to you there first, I'll see you in the next episode. Have a good one.